Hey, Kerry Sullivan here with RockstarTriathlete.com, and today I got a question, and this question is around what things on the bike will make me faster, specifically the equipment, do frames matter, and all that. So I'm going to be going through some of that here right now. So yes, frames are and bikes and a lot of the technology you can put on them and different types of equipment you can put on them can help you go faster. So I'm just going to go through some of those. So an arrowed out tri-bike or a TT bike, now you're starting to see some of those Y-frame or V-frame bikes where they actually don't have that long seat post that goes all the way down, so it's not a triangular frame. Those are faster bikes than your standard rounded tube road bike that you can get out there. The foils on them, the foil tubes on them tend to be more faster and more aerodynamic, and they actually do make a difference. After that, the most important things though that make the biggest impact on how fast you go is number one is your body position on the bike itself. So that is really important. The smaller you can make yourself, the more aggressive you can get yourself, the more aerodynamic you're going to be. That won't necessarily make you faster because if you are not a very flexible person and you can't generate a lot of power in that position, it kind of cancels out the any kind of really good effect that's going to have. So that's one of the things that needs to be noted on that. The other thing that is important to note is that your helmet is also very important. After your body positioning comes your helmet. So the types that you get, the ones with the longer tail are the arrowed out helmets, and again that is dependent on how well you can keep that position and your actual body position. So if you're in you have one of those helmets and it's got the long tail on the back of it, but your head is moving all over the place, up, down, side to side, that tail is going to catch a lot of wind and slow you down. So the arrow helmets are fast if you are tucked into that position the whole time. If you're someone that moves around your head a bunch, when you're doing the longer distance racing, especially Ironman, it's tough to stay completely arrow for 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, however long you're going to be out there. So you can get the arrow helmets now that do not have the tail on them. They're not quite as aerodynamic and fast as the other ones with the tail, but if you can't hold that position, it's definitely a good thing to go with. You can see a lot of the top professional cyclists, road cyclists that are, when they're all in the pack, a lot of them are wearing those arrowed out road helmets like that now. So that makes a big difference. Wheels, they make a difference as well. The other things that will make a difference is an arrowed out crank. You get your arrowed out wheels, so the deep rims that you see on those are important, like I was just saying there before. And you're also going to have the water bottle holders. They can also be more aerodynamic and help you to be faster as well. So the ones specifically that are on your handlebar frames, between the tri bars, they tend to be faster. Again, depending on what you get, it's important to make sure that you get the most arrowed out ones that you can there. The rounded ones that you put on your seat tubes, rounded water bottles that you put on your seat tubes, those will slow you down more than an arrowed out one. There's arrow ones that you can put on the seat tubes that will attach to your frame via a holder for those, so those can work well as well. Other things that are important to note also are the bearings on your wheels. Believe it or not, your bottom bracket in your and the bearings on your rear derailleur as well. If you go to ceramic ones, there's some other ones with less resistance. That can also make a big difference in terms of how much effort you're putting out there. You can save quite a few watts in the end of the day, believe it or not. Well, 5, 10, 15, 20 watts, which adds up. You try to take everything you can get, depending on how competitive you are, as well as super fast chains that they have out there now that do not have any type of finish on them. A lot of the chains out there will have some kind of Teflon-ish. Teflon is not the right thing to call it, but a lot of the chains, when you get them brand new, will have some kind of coating on them. You can get super fast chains that don't have any coating on them, and again, less resistance. You can crank out a few more watts doing that. So those are some of the main things that you can get that work to, in fact, help you give you a bit of a boost and stay aero. And the more aero you can be, the more time you can save or gain, whatever you want to call it there, and the faster times, and it's free speed. So if you can go with it, go with it. And then end of the day, though, nothing beats hard work and making sure that you can go out there and crank out some big watts. So that's it. I will see you guys on the next rockstartriathlete.com video. If you get any questions, feel free to ask them to me and enter them below. Bye-bye.